Hello and welcome. It's Jen from drjenbasir.com, and today we're talking about how to let go. So some of you might know that you just have a hard time letting go of things, or maybe you have someone in your life and you're kind of concerned for them because they just can't let go. And one way that you know that you are surrounded by someone who's having a hard time letting go is they keep telling the same stories over and over again of things that happened to them. And I'm not talking about like happy reminiscing stories about the past, but things that happened to them that affected them that they really just haven't been able to move on from. And perhaps you feel like you have some things in your life that just keep coming up, coming into your awareness, or you keep encountering them and you just need to let them go. Now, there are two things to think about. If some particular feelings or experiences or memories continue to come back up into your memory repetitively, it might mean that you need to let go, or it might mean that you need more healing around the event and the experience. You might still have other energies or emotions or things that are still trapped that haven't just been released from your body or your spirit yet. And you might find that once you release those energies, you no longer continue to have those memories or things coming back. Now, I would actually say that that is one way of letting go. And I will put a link down below to another blog post I did recently about ways that you can clear out the emotional stuff that gets stuck. And that's a great way to let go. We need to let the energies move and flow through our bodies. They're not meant to be stagnant. But for some people, it's just hard to release them. We like to hold on to things. So to completely let go of something essentially means forgiving it. Forgiving the event, the experience, forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person or people that were involved. To completely release it, to send it back out, and to bless it as you do so. And to just not let that to continue to come back to you. So one great way that you know that you've let go of something is that you are no longer talking about it all the time, or you're no longer thinking about it all the time. So if you've got something that you've had a hard time letting go of, change your conscious thought patterns around the person, the event, the emotions, whatever it is that continues to surface. If you keep thinking about something, you are literally wiring your brain to continue down that pathway. And so you are holding on to whatever that experience was. So to change that and to let go of it, you need to consciously change your thought patterns around the experience, the person, the emotions, whatever it is. So let's say that someone did something to you and you felt wronged or you felt hurt by it and you just haven't been able to move past it. Well, one thing that you could do when that event comes to your mind is to tell in your head, forgive the person for doing whatever they did. Bless them and wish them well and set them free and let them go. This is part of the process of forgiveness. It doesn't mean that what they did was okay or that they can do it again. It just means that you are becoming unattached from that pain that you feel or experienced from that interaction. So one of the biggest things that you can do to let go is to change the way that you think about things. Now, along with this, we all have stories that we create surrounding our past memories. If you get into a car accident, for example, you have created your own story about that experience. And your story might be that the other person was flying along and they were on their cell phone and they were not paying attention and they came through that light and they slammed into you. That's your story. But if your story involves the fact that they're stupid or they were being an idiot for being on their cell phone or how could they not pay attention, then you're not taking into account that there's another way to perceive that. So change your story around the experience so that it frees you from being stuck with it. So for example, you might change your story in this scenario. to say that this person just got some news that a family member had been in a serious accident themselves, and they were in the hospital, and they were, they had just gotten this news from someone, and they themselves were trying to get to the hospital as quickly as possible. That's not to excuse what happened. It's to essentially soften your heart toward the other person or the people involved and help you get a different perspective on how to interpret what happened. And it makes it easier for us to let go if we can experience compassion and love and forgiveness for the other people who might have been involved. Oftentimes, it's hard to let go because we need to forgive ourselves, and sometimes that's a lot harder than forgiving others. So practice having compassion and forgiveness for yourself. Change your story around your own behavior and cut yourself some slack, essentially. Show yourself love and compassion. So if you have a hard time letting go, try the activities listed for clearing out your emotional gunk in my other blog post. Otherwise, change your thought process. Consciously change your thought process around events and around your experiences so that you can literally rewire your brain to think about them in a different way. How do you know when you have finally let go of something? Well, it stops popping into your mind all the time, or you stop creating stories around the event, or the experience comes up to you, but you don't have the same emotional attachment to it. Sometimes an event will come back to you that you thought that you had let go of, and it simply is coming into your awareness to let you know that there's some more healing. There's another layer, another deeper layer of healing that you are now ready for. So when I have these experiences and when things come back to me, I express gratitude for them. Thank you that I'm thinking about this. Thank you that I feel this way, because now you are alerting to me that I have something else that I can heal from. So thank you for bringing it to my awareness. So we kind of skirted around and covered a number of things in there. But if you're having a hard time letting go of something, one of the biggest things I want to suggest to you is to change the way you consciously think about it. Change the story that you have created around that experience or for that individual or that group of people, and see if you can see it in a new light. Send out compassion, send out a blessing to that other person. Forgive yourself and forgive them for whatever interactions or involvement you had, and then free them and set them on their way. I promise you that as you let go of things, you will literally feel lighter, because you are taking these loads that you are carrying and you are getting them off of your shoulders and off of your back, and you're going to feel better for doing so. Give it a shot. Let me know in the comments below how it goes for you, or what you struggle with letting go of things. Please share it with your friends as well. Thanks for listening, and have a wonderful day.